All right, welcome to the kickoff call for our 2026 Wellness Jumpstart Challenge. 4 weeks where we're going to be adding habits. We're going to be stacking them on top of each other, hopefully building you a nice firm foundation of wellness to kickstart your year off on the right way. You should have this PDF. If you don't, please let me know. I can send that to you. Just reach out to me. But we're going to go ahead and jump into week 1, which starts tomorrow. So what you can see right here, looking for 800 grams or 6 cups of fruits and vegetables. Just eyeball it with one fist. So you just need about 6 fists of fruits and vegetables throughout the day, every day. And what we're looking for is to start having you think about where trouble, like you might run into some issues kind of thing. For example, one thing that I run into is I find it pretty easily to eat fruit at breakfast, like apples or strawberries or blueberries or whatever it might be. But I do struggle with like, how can I get a vegetable in every meal, and how can I get it at breakfast? So one thing that I tried that works out pretty well for me is having some chopped up lettuce or some sort of lettuce available that I can cook my eggs, scramble them up, put them on top of that, and eat it kind of almost like a salad right there first thing in the morning. So again, I can get maybe like roughly a cup of lettuce and then another like cup or 2 of vegetables, again, depending on how many I decide to eat for the day. And you can see that takes a big chunk of that right off the bat, right? It's like 2 to 3 cups, or maybe probably about like 300 or so grams total of fruits and vegetables, which puts me in a nice spot when it comes to lunch, kind of thing. So anyway, that's one thing to think about. If you have a trouble area, please let me know. We can hash out. You can email me kind of thing. We can figure out what might be good, or you can see me in the gym and ask me in the gym there and whatnot. So that's the week 1. Again, I don't want to overwhelm you. And what I'm going to do is then I'm going to add in Kirsten hopped on the call earlier live. And so I'm going to go ahead and add that in. She asked a couple of good questions. We had a good, quick discussion. So I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, looking forward to it. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Record. This is the first time I've ever tried to record one. So hopefully this works out pretty well. But so far, I'm not sure. It said something about being recorded, so I think it is kind of thing. But how come you didn't make it to the party yesterday?
Um, Huh.
No pressure.
Huh. Well, for me, it's always like a 1 hour drive one way, 1 hour drive back. It's like I lose a lot of time in the day.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of room for you to crash here. You know that.
Yeah, that might be better.
No, it was
Yeah.
fine. We missed you, kind of thing. Well, it's 12:31. I want to respect your time and all that fun stuff. So I'm excited to have you join the nutrition challenge, or actually not nutrition challenge, but the wellness challenge. It's kind of starting with a little bit of nutrition. But I was gonna say, have you read through the PDF that I shared with you?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have any questions about like what tomorrow, like when we start tomorrow? It's just
Mhm.
for week 1, it's just adding the 800 grams of fruits and vegetables kind of. Do you have any questions about that specifically?
No,
Okay.
no.
Well, let me ask you then, a little test, pop quiz. You didn't expect this, but like one of the things that I sometimes struggle with is kind of like, what is a vegetable? So like when it says like fruits, I think are easy in the sense of like
Hmm.
most people recognize fruits. They have seed, scientifically speaking, they're the ones with seeds and all that fun stuff. But vegetables sometimes can get a little tricky when people
Hmm.
are like, well, is this a vegetable? Is this not a vegetable kind of thing? So what does a vegetable mean to you?
Huh. I guess it's how I grew up, and then you learn what's the fruit and what's the vegetable, I guess.
Well, perfect. I was gonna say, so
Um,
like for example, like would you call a potato, like sweet potato or white potato, a vegetable?
Would put that in the yes under a vegetable
Yeah, absolutely.
under that.
And I was gonna say that's a good, and like that's yes. The answer is yes. It's one of those ones that's we're not trying to make things hard with the 800 gram challenge in the sense, or 800 grams for this week. So, any combination, fruits, any fruits, like we're trying to make it not as complicated as possible. So,
Hmm.
um, And then if you want to weigh it, obviously, like you have a scale or something, you can. You can just use the fist, kind of the eyeball, like this is one serving, and you're trying to get six of the fist servings, kind of thing, or roughly 6 cups. Try to get us, you know, maybe like 500 grams or maybe about 4 cups done by the end of lunch, like give you a little head start because I know sometimes the afternoon can get a little crazy and whatnot, but that's relatively simple. So does that all make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And then as far as like how we're going to continue it for the next 4 weeks kind of thing. So it would be building on this. So building this habit, and then we're going to add on the next one, which is eating a balanced meal, which we'll get to next week kind of thing. So we don't have to worry about that too much kind of thing.
Mhm.
So
Are you planning to have another Zoom call next week?
yes, I do plan to it. I did realize once I scheduled them that I'll be in Boston next week for a family event, but I think I'll have time. But if I need to
Mhm.
change it or if I need to cancel it or just do a recording, I might just get on and record, hopefully something kind of thing. But yeah, I would like this is part of the challenge is like obviously coming on and giving you a little bit of coaching help. Again, it's free, so like again, I don't want to take too much of your time and whatnot. But yeah, to get on there and give you like find out what went well, what we struggled with, how we can because again, we're still trying to build those things. So it's like I've still got to get my 800 grams and then add the next one on next week. So let's kind of help you prepare for all that. Speaking of that, did you print off your sheet?
No, not yet,
Okay.
because my printer here at home doesn't print.
Okay. Well, obviously, I'm still at the lake right now. I'll be leaving after this, but I plan to print off some when I get home as well too. So we should, I mean,
Mhm.
not too many, hopefully, but at least I have a few at the gym that you can pick
Mhm.
up. And I'll probably hang mine up in the wall, kind of what we've been doing for the last few challenges anyway, so that way people can see it. You don't have to do that. If it's more convenient for you to have it at home, kind of thing, to
Mhm.
remind you, that's fine. Again, I'm just going to stick mine up in the hallway at the gym. So, well, awesome. Any other questions that you might have for this week or any of the challenge stuff coming up next week?
Mhm. I think more challenging for me would be the next week
Okay.
because when I was thinking about it, having a balanced meal, then I wonder how should it look like? What does it mean?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I was gonna say, just kind of, so that's what we on the surface, and then I'll have something, but that's a good question to help me prepare for next Sunday when we get together. Is to have a little bit of a picture or like a diagram, if you will, of what that might look like. But realistically, it again, we're not talking about specific macro ratios or anything like that, but it's just the idea that you're gonna have a protein, a carbohydrate, and a fat source. Again, like not trying to make it super complicated, just trying to build that habit of like, hey, does my meal have A, B, and C kind of thing? So good question. But again, I'll have some examples of what like that may look like.